This is Misconduct in Nia,
Yeah.
and this is Premium Video, whatever. Um,
Wow.
I always have to go look it up on YouTube to figure out what the hell number we were on or
This
whatever.
is
It's
a
terrible.
premium video.
Yes, this is a
A new
premium
one.
video just for you guys.
Yep.
Woman's is too lazy to read the questions today, so I will be
Blah,
reading
blah,
them
blah.
to you. So the first one is from... Well, they put in here how to pronounce their name, but we're not sure if it's Lean or Leanne. Leanne Seul.
I would assume if
Leansel?
he meant Lee Ann, he would have put Lee's, dash Ann. I think it's Lean Seal.
Lean Seal? Leanne
Yeah.
Seal sounds more like what it's supposed to be. You know, I like how they've completely, ruined our chance to pronounce this properly by explaining it.
Lol.
Anyway, number 1. Have you guys figured out yet that you have to be about within 1 block space of a bed now to get in it? You know what?
Now we know.
Even though we've figured that out several times, whether or not we'll remember it next time we hop into a bed remains to be seen. Number 2. Directed towards Nia. Ooh. I'm an actor in my spare time. I'd love to hear about your past with it. Also, could you do your little high-pitched Nia thing? I love it, and you don't do it much in the premium vids.
I did it at the beginning of this one.
Go, womans. You heard the lady. Or
I
man.
can't do it without the intro.
Hi, this is Misconduct in Nia.
Nia.
There, just for you, Leanne Soul.
Lean
Leanne Soul.
Seal.
Leanne's... But seal doesn't make sense because it's Seul. So it's
Yeah.
Lean Seul?
Lean Seal. Like, he
Okay.
just wants to, make sure there's a definite eel instead of seal.
Lean Seal. Okay, anyway. Next. This one's from Mystery T.
Wait, I have to talk about my spare time acting. Wait, what? I can't read. My past with acting.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I don't have any.
Wow.
No, I wanted to be an actress when I was growing up, but I never did any commercials or anything. I was in a bunch of plays and stuff like that, but that's about it. I think our YouTube channel is the closest I'll ever get to stardom. Lol.
You're a superstar, womans.
I'm a superstar. Okay.
All right. Mystery T says, what's the funniest place you girls have ever been to?
Funniest?
Oh,
I know mine.
go, because I don't think I've been to a funny place.
Okay. Well, in San Antonio, Texas, on the Riverwalk, which is a bunch of restaurants, hotels, and businesses that run along the river, it's a touristy thingy, there's a restaurant called Dick's, and the waiters there, the staff, are hired to be dicks. Literally, it probably sounds bad, why would you want to put up with that? But you have to go into it with a sense of humor, for instance, when you walk in there, when they ask you what you want to drink, if you say water, they'll be like, we don't have water. And then they'll go on to the next person, and they will never ask what you want to drink again. You do not ask at that restaurant. And the waiter was passing by, and I was like, can I get some napkins? And he, reached into his apron and threw them at my face and kept walking. And,
Wow.
and my mom ordered a margarita. And he brought it to her, and she was sitting there talking, and then she tried to take a sip, and she looked really weird, and I was like, what's up? And she's like, I don't know, I think there's a piece of ice stuck in it. She pulls out her straw, and he tied it in a knot. They
Wow.
I mean, they're not legit, mean, fucked up to you, but, they do it in, a playful, kind of way. Like I said, you have to go into it with a sense of humor, or you'll be pissed when you leave, so. But it was really funny.
I would love to go there sometime and bring someone that doesn't know about that
Oh,
restaurant
God.
just to watch their reactions.
Yeah. And the funny thing was, we ended up getting in a food fight with the table next to us, and the waiter kind of walked by and kind of looked at us really weird, and I was like, oh shit, are we pushing it too far? He came back with a bunch of empty plates from other tables, and he's like, here's more ammo, and he put it down and then walked away, and I was like, oh snap.
That's awesome.
It was fun.
Mine definitely doesn't top that. But there is a restaurant out here. I don't even know if it's still around. We went there when I was younger with my family. And they have a very strict no-tie policy. It's supposed to be a casual place or whatever. And if you go in there with a tie, they'll ring this cowbell, walk over to you, and snip it in half.
Oh my
And the
god.
whole wall is covered in everybody's ties that they've cut off of them.
Wow.
And like going in there and seeing like all these people always take their like old elderly man family members there, and they don't tell them about it. And like one time we saw this guy, like I thought he was gonna beat the guy's ass, because like he's like laughing and going along with it, and you could tell English wasn't his first language.
Oh no.
And the guy like was like, "Can I see your tie?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he shows him his tie, and he's all snipped, and the guy's like, "Bah, bah, 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 bah."
Oh my
It
god.
was amazing.
Dude, there's some like straight up like rich guys out there that pay like thousands of dollars for ties. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
But yeah, it was. I don't know if it's still around, because you know how Sue happy the world is now. I wouldn't be
Oh,
surprised
God.
if they got taken down by
McDonald's
some
food
lawsuit.
made me fat.
I take no personal responsibility for my own actions as an adult.
Fat
Yeah.
fucks.
So yeah, there was that. It was that was pretty fun. Okay, the next one is from White.
Did you just take a really deep breath to read that question?
You know what?
Okay.
I also
sorry.
just took a soda and
Go
I needed
asthma,
some
go,
air.
Go.
Wasn't asthma related. If you could steal one single object in the world and get away with it, what would you steal? Ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna have to think.
Yeah, me too.
One single object.
That's hard.
I know.
don't really want anything. I'm not like high maintenance. Like it's the little things that make me happy. And the stuff that I do want, it's like, oh, I want an iPad, I want a new computer. Like it's not there's nothing like super huge I can think of like, oh my god, I have to steal this and take it. Like I don't
You know what I would steal?
Hmm.
I would go Mr. Burns style and steal the sun and ransom it to the world.
Wow.
And I'd get
I
away with it too,
think-
according to this question.
Wow. I think I'd steal the large Hadron Collider.
Just to destroy it, right? Because that thing freaks me the hell out.
No, I'd fit in my backyard.
I hate that goddamn thing. Oh, your backyard. Okay. It's like miles long. Don't worry about it.
Only
It's
16
fine.
miles across, but whatever. Just gonna run over to Switzerland and just bloop, thank you.
You just steal it just because you could.
Yeah.
I hate that thing,
Like,
dude.
I mean, that's
Seriously
good-
gives me the
that's good,
willies.
like-
I don't like it.
Conversation starter, you know? Like, hey guys, come over Friday night, I'm having a barbecue. And then they come into my backyard, they're like, the fuck is that? Be like, oh, it's a Large Hadron Collider, dude. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's just where I keep it.
That's
Well,
how we
I'm not
cook our
using
food.
it.
And I throw
Yeah.
a piece of meat into it and start swirling around.
I don't think that's how it would work.
Shut up! If it goes fast enough, it would heat from the force, okay? The force!
Ah! This one's from one of our local pirates.
Arr! Hi, Pegbeard.
Pegbeard. Misconduct and Nia, what do you want to ask us, the fans? Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Sir.
Mind blown. I would like to ask you why you would ask me this question.
Oh.
What you gonna do now? That's right. That's what I thought. What would you like to ask them, womans?
I'd like to ask them why.
Why?
Just why.
I already kind of did that, but okay.
No, mine's like a universal, just why. Because honestly, if you like were to sit down 10 people in a room, right? And then tell them that they can't ask any questions, they can't overthink, they don't get any details, they just have to answer the question that is given to them. And you go up to each individual person and simply ask why. You'll get a complete different answer from every person. And it goes to show what kind of personality they have and how their brain works. Because if they're like a guilty person or like someone that's always doing stuff wrong and you ask them why, they'll immediately like make up some kind of excuse for some scenario they don't even know about.
Yeah.
You know? But if you have some like smart kid who's just like, yeah, whatever, you ask him why, he might start explaining some scientific theory. You see
So
what
are
I
you
mean?
saying
Like,
he's
why?
a guilty person? I'm going to put guilty in his thing. Here we go. In red and bold.
This not all like psychological. That's a good experiment. I should just sit people in a room and just ask them why, and see what their answers are, and then do a personality analysis based on that.
Lol.
Sorry. Next.
All right. Charisma has a million questions here. Thanks, Charisma.
Jesus.
All right. Number 1 was answered in podcast. Okay. What podcast? We had a podcast?
Dude, with the Diamond Ho show.
Oh, yeah.
Or the Shaft. I don't know.
Oh my god, these are from March? Okay. Wow, nice.
May.
Luckily, the rest of our user base will never know how rude you are.
Dude, you know I burp all the time out there.
I do. Alright, 2. Other than clay and pumpkins, what is another block in Minecraft that you really like? Diamond. I like diamond blocks.
Blocks. I mean, definitely glowstone, brick.
Brick is a derivative of clay, woman's. Nice try.
Yeah, but it's not clay. It's not the same thing. If you make a house out of clay, it's going to look completely different from a house
Oh
made
my
of
god.
brick.
Okay, I stand corrected. Actually, honestly, one of my favorite things to see, one of my favorite blocks is actually just the grass block. I love it. It's what defines Minecraft. Like, every time I see it, I'm like, oh, Minecraft! Like, even though I love pumpkins, I would have to say that's my favorite, but, having that as your favorite block in the game and always wanting to collect it would be a little stressful. So,
Yeah.
I like pumpkins, too.
Yeah.
What do you like, womans? What's your favorite? You have to pick one.
I don't know. Glowstone?
Okay, next. If you could live in any century, what century would you live in? Ooh, I know. Does it have to be a real century? Because I'd want to live in like a steampunk Victorian age.
Well, the thing
century.
about steampunk Victorian is it could be any time frame. Like, some people think that it would have been in the past during, like, the
True.
Revolution. Or some people think it's like a futuristic thing, So would you want to go old school Victorian steampunk? I would. Or would you want to go futuristic steampunk?
If we were choosing something like that, I'd obviously choose old school Victorian where steam power took over and it's like, like us nowadays, but steam powered.
Yeah.
If I had to choose a century in our timeline or whatever, I would say I'd want to go in the future because I want to see what the hell's going to happen. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. It bothers me knowing that I'm going to die before all the cool stuff gets discovered and shit happens.
I know. We might not even,
well.
visit another freaking planet again until after we're dead. It's so lame.
Yeah.
Alright. If you both were suddenly given $1 million apiece, what would you do with the money?
Oh,
What
Lord.
wouldn't I do with that money? Honestly, what I would do with the money is buy a nice house and travel around the world and then retire. And play video games all freaking day long. That's what I'd do.
Nice.
That's my plan if I ever win money. Oh, and I'd build a, zombie apocalypse bunker under my house, of course. Kind of like, what's that movie where they built it and then they, lived down there for 50 years or whatever because they had all the food and stuff in it? Can't think of it. And it had that one lame guy. That one movie where, they think it's the apocalypse, so they all go down into their little bomb shelter under their house, and they live there for, 50 years, just the two dudes and their kid, the two people and their kid, and then their kid goes out, and it's, the apocalypse never happened, it's all modern day, but he's, from the 50s. No?
Blast
Nothing?
from the Past?
Yeah, maybe. Is that it?
No, because Blast
Did it
from the
have
Past
Brendan
wasn't a zombie
Fraser or
thing.
whatever the hell his name was? Well, it wasn't a zombie. They thought it was
Oh,
an
yeah,
apocalypse.
Brendan. Yeah, Blast from the Past.
Okay, yeah. I'd want to have a big bomb shelter underneath like that. That'd be awesome. Not one that would lock me in for 50 years by default, though. Screw that. Or 20 or 30 or whatever it is. Go, womans.
Mine's so, stereotypical. I would obviously pay for a house and a car. Not anything extravagant. I would actually live the same life I'm living right now. Maybe obviously slightly better. But I think just because you have the money doesn't mean you should spend it. I think instead of seeing it as, oh, look at all this money I have to spend, I think you should see it as, oh, I'm set for life.
Yep.
Just live out your life as you normally would, but just do it knowing you don't have to bust your ass to, work. I'd probably even still work for a living, to be honest, but I'd work at my dream job because I'd go and get my dream degree. I'd enjoy what I do, and I'd just live a nice, very, very comfortable life on my money. I'd probably...
And you'd go to Japan with me. Don't lie. Don't
Well,
lie.
dude, come on. Come on, dude. Probably buy a house in Japan.
Lol.
Just saying.
But, I'd live how I normally do. I'd have a house in Japan and Europe and,
yeah, a couple of cars.
Yeah.
Maybe a yacht.
maybe a mansion, pending,
All right. Last question, because this has been 15 minutes now.
You wake up to a note saying that you are now living in the Minecraft world IRL for the rest of your life. You can only choose one Minecraft biome to live in for the rest of your life. Ooh. What would you choose and why? I'd just choose the nice, normal, grassy tree biome. I mean,
Yeah,
you might find a village there.
If we're
It's a good
going
place.
based on looks, I'd probably go with jungle. If we're going based off like realism, jungle is going to be very like like icky and hot
Yeah.
and gross, and so if we're going off realism, I'd say a nice open plain, little pond, lakey thing in the middle near an ocean.
Trees here and there.
But based on like looks, dude, totally living in a jungle. I'd have like a
Yeah.
tree house and all these
Oh,
vines
yeah.
everywhere.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's it for now.
Once again, we're almost out of questions, ladies and gentlemen. Submit more.
That's okay, because the next person submitted like 4, and then freaking Jake over here with 3 questions. 3 more, 4 more. There's a good amount in there. At least for one more episode. You guys better hurry up. Better hurry up.
Indeedly.
Okay, bye.
Bye.